problem. We should say the problem is.
So don't say things like that nowadays. Having worked with Mr. Nelson Mandela, Mr. Secretary, I am sure the issue of human rights is not something so.
And generally, they tend to achieve way better than their male counterparts.
Achieve what?
Achieve better grade, achieve better.
Evening, Kyle.
So our team is the ASEAN Economic Shapers, or for short AES. And first of all, I would just like to tell you the story of a 20-year-old Savannah who is living in rural Cambodia. Her mother taught her how to weave clothes and make bags. This is a skill that is passed on from generation to generation. Yet, despite having the skill and working really hard, she's barely making a living. For her, the future holds making the same bag with the same patterns and passing the same skills to her children.
Unlike Savannah, I come from an urban city in ASEAN. From young, I was told that the world is my oyster and that I could be whatever I wanted to be. However, when making the transition from school to the job market, I realized that I needed more. What I didn't have was a broad-based cross-cultural experience to compete effectively in the job market. What our project will do is to bring selected qualified youth from urban cities in ASEAN to rural areas in ASEAN, where they will organize entrepreneurship workshops and laboratories to train and develop entrepreneurship skills for rural youth.
At ISTO, we aim to empower the rural youth to innovate, exchange ideas and inspiration, and create sustainable livelihoods for the future. Also, as the urban youth, we want to empower the urban youth to build professional and social skills.
I thought that was really good. I always think it's best to have a headline before you start, so then you understand what the narrative is afterwards. So I would just do a kind of a here's what our project is all about, and here's what we're trying to accomplish right up at the top. Okay, right?
Good job, guys. Thank you.
And we are from the SPICE group, and we are going to present on the ASEANacademy.org. So we learned from the workshop that most of the countries, Asian countries, does not participate in the PISA ranking, and one that does is at the bottom of the ranking, such as Thailand and also Indonesia. So we would like to improve the quality of education in Asian countries by opening up a social enterprise portal, which will have two sides of it. First side is on the knowledge resource hub, which is for the educators, contributing to the educators. Second side is on the game side, which is for the students. And the revenue stream is from the donations and advertising, sponsorships, and also the paid forward program. And Wayne will explain on the game side.
In the game, the student have to defeat the monster by doing the tutoring problem, which is the multiple choices of filling in the blank. The more they play the game, the more their level increase. They can share their level into Facebook or the Twitter. After they pass the gamification process, their knowledge will be improved. As she told you, we are social enterprise. We will sell the item in the game to the company. This item can be helped to extend the tutoring time. And when the student uses this item, the logo or the advertisement will be presented to the user interface.
So once this project is stable, we will continue to fund on the offline version of the project, which will be used to reach the rural areas. So we need your help to make this happen.
Excellent. I'd always start with the game. And I mean, when people hear that it's a game, they get interested in it. Just always have that at the top. Good luck, and I'll see if I can help.
Thank you very much. And we are presenting the project Safer Schools. We all know the Millennium Development Goal and the Hugo Framework for Action emphasize the importance of incorporating disaster risk reduction management at the government agenda. However, this remains to be a challenge, especially in developing countries in the ASEAN region. So our team proposed on the Safer Schools initiative, which aims to contribute to the enhancement of resilience
through introducing awareness of disaster risk reduction management at the school level.
And why is it unique? It is unique because we are child-centered disaster risk reduction management, and we will approach with interesting methods such as arts and music exhibition.
And why we are targeting the children is because children are more vulnerable and they have less knowledge and experience to deal with disaster.
So this is time for us to work together and cross the border. Believe it or not, ASEAN countries are stay in the Pacific Ring of Fire. We all got affected by natural disaster. So it's time for us to work hand in hand.
And besides seeking support from UNICEF, UN, ISDR, we also seek support from UN States alumni, volunteer groups, and non-governmental organizations who are working on child care.
So exactly, we create this for the sustainable of the project because we have the network between both and also collaboration with the government and also the institution. Thank you.
I end with the hand in hand when you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
you ready?
Okay.
All right, thank
That
you.
was short, right? Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. We're happy to see this group is working on environment, and we are looking at building the resilient communities to climate change in ASEAN. The name of the group is Green ASEAN.
Hi, Mr. Secretary. We're happy to have you here. I would like to start with the story of Jason. He's a child, a Filipino child from Tacloban, Philippines, and his family was greatly affected by Typhoon Haiyan, and everything was destroyed by the typhoon. And we're afraid that it's becoming the new normal in our country.
Jason and his family worked only once. 100,000 of Cambodian families were affected by flood in 2011, making the country the second most affected country by climate change. This example surrounding the Philippines and Cambodia. In fact, most of ASEAN experiences these.
That's important for ASEAN to build a climate change resilience community because it will affect the social, economic, and political aspect of more than 600 million people. So our goal is to pilot this project to build climate change resilient communities in all countries across ASEAN.
Are we going to deal with?
It's through capacity building for vulnerable community,
Focusing on environment, disaster risk, and reduction, and alternative livelihood by campaign.
The good thing is that we already have a experimental and energetic teammates. However, we really need support from everyone, especially from the YCL network and the local authorities as well. And we hope that by doing the project successfully, we can help create a regional youth group working on environmental issues and help contribute to a more strengthened ASEAN community. And Mr. Undersecretary of State, how can you help us?
Well, I definitely dropped the "Hi, Mr. Secretary" to begin with. You don't need that. And actually, what you said at the end is almost the way you should begin. And again, I will also try to help you guys. Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Brando and I come from Cambodia, and I am here to represent youth in the ASEAN region. Today, my group wants to talk about the one problem, which is the dropout of unemployed youth in the rural area. In order to deal with this problem, we have come up with two solutions. Number one, we want to organize training workshops to the youth in the rural area to teach them about entrepreneurship. And two, we want to provide them with seed money in order for them to learn to run their own business. Our goal is to help youth create opportunity for themselves, to create job for themselves, so that they won't have to leave their community to come to the city. The reason is the resources are all there in their community already, so there's no need for them to come to the city. So what we want from the U.S. State Department is first the financial support. And two is your help in lobbying the local authority in our country to help make this project successful. Thank you very much.
That was excellent. It was concise, it was short, and I will also try to help you guys.
Clean space and clean village all over ASEAN. So that the ideas comes out to our group. We call it ASEAN Green Academy for Actions, where we gather the students and the NGO all over the countries to some places
We're gonna bring them to the training and also the advocacy things in the Green Academy. Other than that, we're gonna bring them to the village. It's called Green Village and then Green Space, where we hope that we're gonna see the green economy and then the green society itself. We're gonna bring the campus and also the city itself. And other than that, we help this in the 6 ASEAN countries. We hope to see the Green Community Network, where we hope that we're going to gather the information from all over the ASEAN. And then after that, we hope that we see the sustainability of this project by the funding from the government and also the private sector. And also to start up this project, we need the U.S. Department of State to funding our project, because we assure you that we want to see these green spaces in all over ASEAN. Thank you. So our role is from youth to the society.
Green Community Network. I am seeing a pattern here because everybody ends up asking for support. I'm going to try to help everybody, so thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, our team is from the Youth Asian Partners. We have a business plan that also gives a social impact. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. So our project is called Discover ASEAN. So what we intend to do with the immense success of YSEALI and with us participating in this initiative, we want to go back home to our own countries and take this initiative further. So what we intend to do is on 3 levels, basically to focus the youth on the ASEAN countries and to mobilize like-minded youth and to essentially create a community of youth, leaders, volunteers and activists. We intend to partner with local universities and tertiary institutions in our respective countries for the start. And what we want to do is to create an impact on 3 levels. Firstly, through social interaction, cultural appreciation, and environmental ecological preservation. So this is the impact we want to create, and what we intend to do is to bridge the gap between government, companies, and NGOs through engagement of youth, and essentially we want to create a social enterprise that does this initiative. And we want to partner with the US Embassy to make sure this is a fruitful success.
Great. You practiced the law of 3s when you said, hey, I want to summarize this and give you the 3 aspects of it. That's always very good. You were short and concise and persuasive. So great. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Hello, I'm Billy from Cambodia.
I'm Thai from Malaysia.
We are from Laos and Manila.
I'm Topaz from Indonesia. So first of all, we'd like to say a big thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here.
And our team focuses on education, and we are very passionate about it. We hope to turn our ideas into action that really benefit our ASEAN youth friends.
And since this workshop started, we are now come up with a new idea that says volunteering and change.
Our goal is to raise awareness and strengthen to our understanding of ASEAN.
We really appreciate your support and thank you very much for this opportunity. One thing we learned from YSEALI is the power of ideas in the social media.
So let us take a selfie.
That was the best end of all of us.
Are you guys ready? We are a group of very passionate youth. Once upon a time, there was a boy, and he always dreamed of changing the world and impacting the societies around him. But he did not even know that he belonged to a bigger community called the ASEAN, who could help him change the world and achieve his dreams. He's not the only one. Heard that there are millions of young, powerful minds just like his. So, what shall we do about it?
So, we have decided to launch Project ASEANese, which provides an online platform for ASEAN youth to interact, share ideas and culture, and also to work together. In fact, we have already started with our Twitter handle, as you can see over here, and we will be starting with our Facebook page tonight and also our website as soon as possible. But our group is faced with one challenge. It is the fact that online platform will not be enough. And we believe that face-to-face interactions will be the most effective way. So, Mr. Secretary, how do you see the State Department amplifying our project ASEANese?
Well, I'm going to retweet that tweet. That's the first part.
give you another way that you can help us? We'll need to take a selfie with you for our Facebook cover photo.
Okay.
Okay.
Go. Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Go.
Smile, okay?
Okay, that's going to be the
Cover
of the Asianis.
Okay. Thank you.
Next table back here. So you guys are going to...
We are presenting ASEAN 8. We serve the same clients around Vietnam, Thailand, across the border. People in the country side have a poor education, no internet access, no computers. So in my country, people have to travel a long way from the country to schools. So this is a big problem. So we will bring a project to help this.
Yeah.
Okay. We are online, we have responsibility to give back to the community, and as we already successfully arranged the camp in Thailand, we came up with the idea to train back and spread our opportunities to students in rural areas.
We decided to arrange a training of trainers for the rural students, and it's an annual event that will rotate to all 3 countries.
So, we'll organize 1 week camp and have GS alumni as our facilitators. So, at the camp, we'll cover English training skills and exchange cultures through various types of activities.
After coming back from the summer camp, the trainer through this summer camp we organized a small group and have the quickly activities like speed dating or speaking activity or reading circle to improve the English skill of that rural area. So we want to approach the rural area by creating a leader in this area. That's the way we fill the gap between the big city and the rural area. Thank you.
Very worthy project. An entrepreneur once said to me, this is the standard for all projects. Think big, start small, scale fast. That sounds like what you're doing.
Great.
Mr. Stengel from Team Renova, and it's very nice to have you today with us. So, Mr. Stengel, would you think that there are more women than men in Southeast Asia?
More women than men in Southeast Asia.
I don't know.
Actually, there are more women than men in Southeast Asia, and also there are more women than men in higher education. Women achieve way much better grade than the male counterparts in higher education. But you don't see a lot of female leaders who is head of government of corporation in here. Where are they? So that's the reason why we come up with this project called Asian
Woman Icon to encourage women to take up leadership roles.
You know, you really have a man, but I do aware that
there are few women that are actually in a leadership position in every sector, including government and private sector. Therefore, in such a way that we have a lot of women graduate from university, but we won't get the queen of the country. Because if you rely too much on one gender, therefore it will affect the economy and political environment in ASEAN.
So we are going to train women in individual country, and then we will take them out from their country and create an area platform to build a local network. And then after that, we will make a franchise model for international.
And that would be grateful if you get your assistant.
Always good to begin with a question, which you did, and put the person on the spot, which you did. It's a very worthy goal, and again, I'd love to be able to help if I can. Yes. Okay. You see, women are overrepresented. Oh no, you're equal.
Yes.
Very good afternoon, Mr. Secretary. We are ASEAN, Asian Strategic Engagement Team, and we are from Cambodia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Thailand, and Vietnam.
Mr. Secretary, can you imagine that a financial training program that helps girls like my 18-year-old friend to avoid debt and better manage her money?
This would have prevented her from running away from home
and into prostitution to pay off the loan sharks for the money she borrowed for her shopping. Such a money management training program would transform the lives of over 10 million youth at risk. Maybe one of them finds the cure for cancer. You don't have to imagine. Our financial management training and awareness program for at-risk youth does exactly that. We provide tools, mentoring, and accountability for responsible money management. Thank you.
Excellent. Worthy goal. You played a very important role in holding up the cue cards. And again, yes, it's an admirable goal, and I wish I can help you. So thank you.
How much is the budget for this, please?
You have to submit a proposal.
All right.
Mr. Secretary, so we are a group of youth concerning with civic education. Like our name, like we are Team Magnet, means we are to attract more youth to get engaged in our project. So she'll be presenting about our project concerning human trafficking in Southeast Asia.
I'm Mr. Secretary. Having worked with Nelson Mandela before, I'm sure the issue of human rights is not alien to you. So I would like to draw your attention to one of the most pressing human rights issue in ASEAN, which is in the scope of human trafficking. Now in ASEAN, human trafficking is an intra-regional issue. Most of the countries serve both as the sources and destination countries. Girls as young as 5 to 6 years old are being trafficked, and this number is increasing at the rate of 1 person every 30 seconds. Now what's sad about this is that none of the ASEAN member countries meet the standard minimum requirements of Trafficking Victims Protections Act, and only 1% of victims are being saved, and only 1% of those who are guilty are actually being persecuted. So we feel that the legal system is simply not enough. So we have an idea, we feel that we need to approach it from a different angle, and that is to increase the level of awareness of human trafficking amongst youth. So why youth, you may ask? Well, first of all, they are potential human trafficking victims, and second of all, as we all know, we are the ones who are capable of making change. We would like to see ASEAN youth coming together, talking to fellow youth within their country to spread the idea, science of human trafficking. And we feel that with this kind of knowledge comes empowerment, and therefore comes concrete actions to hopefully solve the human trafficking issue once and for all.
Great. Always good to begin with Nelson Mandela, like you did. It's always good to use eye-catching statistics that make the person go, wow, and you use that in a smart way. And again, very worthy and admirable goal. Well done.
Good afternoon, sir. Let me introduce you to my team.
I am Fatima Chan from Philippines. I'm Paslin Manamo from Laos.
I'm Ridwan from Malaysia.
I'm Miguel from Laos.
I'm Fan from Thailand.
I'm May from Myanmar. I'm Mubul from Indonesia.
So one of the main problems is nowadays a lot of youth they want to volunteer. However, the problem is they don't know what the network, how they can volunteer and everything. So when it comes to education, our plan is to set up Teach for ASEAN, which provide a regional network for volunteers in Southeast Asia that focus in education. Therefore, these people under the one network, we know who want to volunteer as teachers, and also this organization know where to tap people who want to volunteer as teachers. So by having this regional hub with all the data, with all the information, ASEAN going to be signed next year, we really hope that with all the partners, with State Department helping us and also attaching with ASEAN, we can develop a very strong, stable, sustainable, regional
information hub, having a data, but it's nothing much. However, this thing is going to make a lot of changes in the future.
Do you think we can do this?
Yes,
we can!
Very good ending. A really smart and good idea. I would have at the top to say I'm creating a regional hub for volunteerism in ASEAN countries, and here's how we're going to do it. I think it's a really terrific idea.
We already started our Facebook page.
The ASEAN story. One vision, one identity, one community.
Mr. Undersecretary, what we've realized today is that right now we come with different stories, a Thai story, a Malaysian story, an Indonesian story. But as we move into economic integration, what we would really like to do is tell one story that comprises of our folklore, our songs and traditional games. And how we hope to do that is through Wisely today. We actually want to petition so that Wisely saves 1 hour for the traditional games competition during the actual conference, and this helps us remember our roots and where we come from and what we value. What we want to start as well from today, what we've done is actually started a Facebook page. It's called the ASEAN Story. And what we want to ask everyone here today is to go on Facebook and contribute stories from your own countries so that we can start educating the world about our heritage. Thank you.
Excellent. Very well done, very concise. It's always fantastic to have a great slogan. I think that's a great slogan. The ASEAN story, one vision, one identity, one community. Great, well done.
Mr. Undersecretary, what were you drinking a while ago when you came in?
I'm sorry?
What were you drinking a while ago when you came in?
Coffee.
Coffee, wow, okay. So just as how that coffee quenched your thirst, our project aims to quench our thirst for youth representation. We are thirsty.
Today we propose an ASEAN Youth Parliament, an institution to recognize debate and conflict resolution among ASEAN youth. We propose for this to be a long-term organ of the ASEAN Secretariat. What this hopes to be benefit out of this is to strengthen understanding and study of ASEAN conflicts like the Spratly Islands issues and Indonesian haze. What we hope to benefit from this is to empower ASEAN youth to find and co-create solutions to address their communities directly.
Yeah, but in order for this to succeed, we do not only need ASEAN endorsement, but also your support through funding and state encouragements and your expertise. Let's quench this thirst together.
The coffee isn't to quench my thirst, it's to give me caffeine to stay awake. Well done. It's great to have an analogy like that to begin with, to get the audience involved. And again, it's a worthy idea. And should I talk to everybody now?
Yeah.
So, thank you. Hey, thank you all. I've really been inspired by
all of the projects here today. I think you're all fantastic. The biggest project of all is to figure out how to make
Wisely itself sustainable. That's something you should ask the president about when you talk to him, how to make it sustainable. But I also would put that back on you. How do you continue this project that you're doing this and it sustains itself for years and years to come? And we in the State Department love what you're doing, and we will figure out ways to support you. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate it, what all you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
All right.